back with my journey, Why Coaching Excites Me, Take 4. So far, I have talked about the childhood sports phase, then the college, and then my journey, professional journey, which I started with TCS. Uh, it's been amazing space so far, and it has contributed too much to the space I am into. When I coach people, every other aspect, it relates somewhere. Whatever I learned on that space, it relates to completely to this part of me which shows up as a coach for my clients. So what TCS gave me, I talked about it, and I was reflecting about this part of my journey again, while I was going that along with you yesterday. The first flight trip, yes, it was international directly. I never flew within India. I directly flew to Tokyo. So that was the first trip, and I think that gave me wings to fly. I related that space, that trip of my life in my mind when I was talking to myself yesterday about that space. That was the flight of my dreams. On this space, coming into the coaching world, that was, I think, the flight of my life, the flight where I took off for my dreams, having all the wings for me to fly. So that was number one. Number two, I met the love of my life. We are married for more than 15 years now. Yes, we have had our share of the ups and downs, but I feel that we have grown. And as a coach, it has helped me too completely. When I show up, when I work with people, all those aspects, those learnings immensely has helped me. So coming from this space of, so these were the two major ones. Number three, I made loads and loads of friends, because while living in Tokyo, you don't have your family, and then we used to get an accommodation in a place like TCS placed us at a one big space, 3-4 buildings together in a group, and we used to live there. So all of us were somewhere or the other connected. And I think being one of the youngest people in that whole people who were placed over there, I got a lot of love from the people and got to learn as well so much. And I'm still connected to, I think, most of them, and I feel they played an incredible part in my journey. And the kind of wishes I'm getting day on day basis as I share my journey from that side, that zone, those people as well, it is exciting me more and more. It is giving me that more strength to go on and live my passion and vision. So what is my vision? My vision is to inspire people within. When we talk about motivation, motivation is external. Inspiration somewhere, within is something internal that I'm intending to build in people. Because if you are inspired within, the level of actions, the level of commitments that you bring on to is very different. You are into altogether very different space when you work and take inspired actions from inside of you. And that's one of my visions, because I don't want people to be depending on me as a coach, but I want them to live their life, live with that. So whosoever I work with, am I talking to all of you today? And if I'm able to create that impact, I would want it to be percolating to, lasting to your fifth generation. And that is the huge impact that I want to make this to one-on-one, me being there. And as it is happening, I am building my legacy. I am already helping to build my legacy by building their legacy. So that's what as a vision came to me, so I shared. And we move on from that space in the TCS part of it. So I lived I think half of my tenure with TCS. I was at Tokyo and learned a lot, kept on moving, going, exploring, interacting, understanding, learning. Um, when I left TCS, I got a gift flowing down from Tokyo, from my users to India. They shipped it at my home. And I think that had been the summary of, I think, my contribution in that world. And that still excites me when I see that. It was a beautiful card with all the messages, and there were some personalized gifts as well, inspiring. So this space gave me so much, and I'm still connected to those people out there in Tokyo. And one of the takeaways that I have from my journey at TCS, that I build connections. I built those relationships, and people, were receptive of really building those connections. People gave me a sense that, okay, yes, I mean, showing up. So the more I showed up, the more I could really speak to people, have those connections built. And this had been one of my treasures for, I think, for the rest of my life, I would say. So yeah, I mean, that's about the TCS part of it. And though I was completely moving forward, looking forward, the captive spaces attracted me so much, and that's where, I then decided, chosen a path to move on to a captive. So, so September 2009, then I moved on to HSBC as my next destination on my professional path, and the journey took off really very well. Uh, there was a gratitude piece, though I had been very grateful to whatever uh, I got on this journey, but conversing about it or talking about it, I had never done that. So I remember just before, before my first day at HSBC, we all friends met, my schoolmates. We are friends for more than 35 years now. Yes, it excites me to have such beautiful people in my life whom I can look up to, ask for help, and they're always there no matter what. And they have known every aspect of my life and have never judged me. Just they've just been, standing by my side. And I think I've been the luckiest person, so blessed to have this set of people with their unconditional love, who are always available and there for me. So this excites me all the time. So I shared that. So there was a conversation while they were visiting me, and we were having a 1 or 2 day together. So there's a friend of mine, and we were having this conversation. Um, his name is Amit. We were having this conversation about gratitude, and he was talking about the book from Rhonda Bryan, which is completely about gratitude, and it had stuck with me completely till date. It is with me, that gratitude conversation, and I think I have done that. Especially my trips to London during my HSBC days, this was one of my favorite activities, which I would just take my books along with me, because it was like a rejuvenating space, meeting more people on board over there while going there for project planning and stuff. And really, that that way, I think I took that conversation, expanded in my life. And today, when I come from that space, I believe it gives me immense power and energy. That how this has been unfolding in front of me, one by one step at a time, and the impact remains huge. Impact remains huge. So this gratitude conversation, which was there, and then I joined HSBC. We were a very small team of 3 people, though it was fun, real fun. And I think these guys helped me. They were the one who taught me how to play table tennis. So we used to work completely. We were focused, but then, I think 5-10 minutes during the day, after the work or in between the lunch break, kind of, we used to, go and hit the TT table. And professionally, I grew so much, really interacting with people, the level of people that I want to work with, the kind of work that I was looking forward to, the maturity and understanding of people, my boss, and my boss's boss. So the relationship, I would say the level of relationships were very different. So coming from that space gave me a sense of more confidence that yes, I am in the right place where I wanted to be. Initially, I found that shifting from a aggressive space to a space where it is taking a bit of a time for me to really come on board and really get it done, whatever stuff was required, the setups and stuff. But then I think after that happened, I could relate that, okay, this is where I was and this is where I am. Maybe it may be different, but I would need to embrace it. I may be a fast moving person, but I will possibly need to take a step back, unlearn and learn. So that space started to develop within HSBC as I showed up as a team player, as a person who might be knowing a lot of stuff already, because as I said, that TCS journey was like not 5.5, it was 15 years of experience anyways. But the unlearn and relearn got me into a mindset that yes, wherever I step in, whatever I do, I need to be showing up as a blank slate. And that realization, that understanding, that events in my space which told me that okay, I need to be going ahead with a blank slate and unlearn and learn the way we operate here is one more piece for me to really they can imbibe for the rest of my life. So this has been one of the important aspects, because as a coach, being non-judgmental, that's what I keep on playing that role, right, with my people. And when I hop on to some learning, or when I enroll for a course, or I attend a workshop, I have to keep that, that bundle of knowledge, understanding, experience aside, and then deep dive into as if this is something new and I don't know anything about it. And as and when I kept doing that, I think I got more out of whatever it was. So basically, it gave me that level of learning where I found that, wow, I have to start off with a blank slate. And if I do that, it's creating miracles. So I had exponential growth with HSBC, exponential actually. My contributions were so much valued. The kind of thought process I brought, because I had that experience in my life initially, because of which I could bring on those thoughts, bring on those changes, bring on that shift in the mindset of people around me. I think now I'm reflecting along with you, I feel that yes, I did that. I did that because I was with them, but I always kept on giving them different perspectives of things. The way I could unlearn and learn, I could put that in place for them. And I had built up a very good relationship with I think my team, my boss's different teams, and I think over a horizon of the sub department that we were. So that had been really the unlearn and learn was the biggest key takeaway during the and then there were opportunities flowing in. There were more learnings coming in from different people who were more experienced. So when I looked up to them, so I didn't had any inhibition at all. So from the childhood, from the time I remember myself, I would just show up and speak with people, and that's been one of my fortes, communicating with people fearlessly. And I think I kept on building up on that and really reaching out to the senior levels with understanding, what they do, why they do, the plans, how do we move ahead from this space. If I had any ideas, I would surely suggest. And those were taken. The receptiveness was the second thing that I found, that I had ideas I would be able to share, and then those will be received to be reflected upon. Not like outrightly said, okay, you are a bit junior, why, So it was nothing of that sort, and it felt home that way. That there is a value add I am intending to create because of the experience I have got, plus the learn stuff that I have done, and plus the kind of things that I could look forward with a different perspective, from a different angle, and put forward to my people in my organization. It gave me that, yes, you are onboarded at the right place. So more about my HSBC journey. It's getting more exciting for me coming up, the twists and the turns, and how I made that shift to be a coach is up tomorrow for you to listen and hear from me. If you have comments, you have questions you want me to answer during this phase, whatever you have learned about me so far, go ahead, ask me in the comment space, and I am happy to answer this. So see you all tomorrow once again at 1:15. I look forward to speak with you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being there, being a part of this journey.